Welcome back to continuing coverage of the 20th Open at Tallahassee, sponsored by Visit Tallahassee. Run Productions bringing you coverage of this PDGA 8 tier. We've got the back nine here of round one from Tamm Brown Park. Back in the commentary booth, it's Felix Vega joined by Joseph Anderson.
Yeah, we're back. I'm excited to watch this.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of swings here for this feature card. We've seen some hot rounds, we've seen some missed putts, some wind, a lot going on so far.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We got a little bit easier of a back nine coming up, I think.
Yeah, as we take a look at the leaderboard, we see Joseph Anderson making a move up the board, Jake Mond, Bradley Williams shooting hot, Albert Tamm up there from our card, a lot going on. And we're going to kick things off on a little bit of an easier stretch, like you said, starting here with hole 10, par 3, 375.
Yeah, this one plays a little bit uphill. You got this big tree in the middle. Most players are going to go right of it, but you can opt to go left. But you really just want to miss it and then skip up there to the pin. There are a few late trees that you can catch, but a fairly simple hole, I would say. Ranking number 13, so it's on the easier side, but not easy per se.
But we saw the gauntlet of kind of 4, 5, 6 on the front nine. This one a little bit easier to start you off in. That one kind of middle tree, though, seems to be like a catcher's mitt for a lot of drives we've seen.
Mm-hmm. How we're going left of it. This is looking really good.
Filter through.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive there. I believe that's the Explorer for Albert.
Yeah, I wonder what Nathan's play is being a lefty on this hole. Looks like he also is opting to go left of that big tree, a little bit overturned.
Okay. Not a terrible kick.
No. There's not a lot of trouble on this hole as far as taking bogey. I mean, if you go really right, you can find some rough.
Is that going to push past it?
It did, but it caught a ghost tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not there. All right.
This is when Silas realized that he left his PD somewhere when he was practicing, and now doesn't have it for this shot.
Interesting.
That's not got to be a good feeling when you know the shot you want with the disc you want and you don't have that disc.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And then something like that happens.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you where you leave one behind and you realize?
Maybe once, but I've always kind of figured it out, adapted a little bit, because I'll throw multiple on each hole for when I'm practicing.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not the reaction you want to see.
And he's going to have his third coming up here, and he's still approaching.
Yeah, with the patent pending stance as well. Oh, that was a great kick, though.
Yeah. A little bit of a tough start here for the back nine for Silas already. Nice floaty touch with the alpaca there for Nathan.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Randon got really far up here.
Touch low there with the judge. Limiting the damage there. It's a good bogey after what he had to deal with.
Mm-hmm. And Albert's kind of running away from the card here.
Yeah, that brings him to 6 down overall.
Yep. And 6 in a row, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Couple of par tap outs left for the rest of the card before we move on to pretty much a forehand hole coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is, hole 11, 415, playing about a quarter stroke above par.
Yeah, this one's definitely a bonus get. The basket is just so far right, and it's so far. So with the forehand, you really wanna get it something that pops up and flies straight but doesn't turn, and then gets a late fade and big skip. Some players throw a roller as well, or they'll try the backhand turnover, but I think forehand is the primary play to get the birdie if you have it.
Yeah. And we know Albert has it.
Mm-hmm. There's that one skinny tree right in the middle.
Sure is.
I think you preferably want to go left of it. This one's just kind of on all hyzer, and I mean, that just shows you how big his sidearm is. That was all hyzer, and that's where my good shots are getting whenever I get a little bit of pop-up.
Just kind of got a dead skip at the end, though. Didn't quite get that penetrating movement to the right. Just popped up instead of moving over to the right.
Mm-hmm. Good hole for Nathan here.
Mm-hmm. But...
just barely turns it too much.
So that's the disc, if you saw the front 9, that he hit the front edge of the concrete on the path of hole 4. And he's saying that yeah, it straightened it out. That disc hasn't flown that straight for him before, so it changed the stability of the disc pretty quickly. It's roller?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gets a weird reaction.
Keeps going, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, this is a bonus get, so par's not a bad score on this hole.
We did see on your card Grady try to go roller and nearly hit a car.
Yeah. And weird footing for Nathan here.
Yeah, he's got 1 foot in the ditch, 1 foot out. Luckily, he's got a pretty sizable gap to throw the shot there. And he did manage to get up and around the basket there. Silas with a long jump putt there.
Absolute psycho. Yeah, just put it through the vine. 150 feet. Accidentally ran.
Oh my goodness. Is this also going through the vine? It is.
Yes. Hits the back tree there, but stays close. Oh, Rand, that's a skip too. That's
yeah,
a little more meat than you'd like there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this green is subtly fast as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not going to hit the comeback putt there.
Yeah, we've seen a few 3 putts on this card today. I mean, it's windy out there.
Yeah. Good putt there for Nathan to save his par.
And a little bit of putting woes from Randon here.
Yeah. Letting this hole kind of get the better of him here, and that's going to result in a triple, unfortunately. Silas, after that roller coaster putt, will have this left for his par, which he cleans up. I think just about everybody has had a little bit of a hiccup putting today. Throughout the card, we've seen it from Silas, Nathan, Randon. A couple of early misses for Albert.
Whoa, what is that?
Yeah. Zach, I hit a lefty chicken wing.
All right, we come to a par 4, hole 12, 690.
Yeah, this one averaging right at par. I think that's to do with the wind. I would say if the wind was down, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, this one you got a low ceiling off the tee. You don't want to overturn it into the bush on the right. And then again, low ceiling on the approach with that OB sidewalk on the left. And the basket's kind of perched on this little hillside. So you can, if you're playing hyzer into the green, sometimes you'll roll down to the right.
Yeah.
There's that overturning. There was a right to left wind for us. So once the disc got on Anheuser, it was just staying over there.
Yeah. That's about where you were, right?
I don't think I was quite that far in, but I was in far enough where I couldn't attack the green.
Yeah. I like that angle.
Oh yeah, that's sweet. It's gonna be a little bit on the left side, but nothing worrisome.
Man, that thing was hard.
Silas
Ooh.
finding a gap through the ceiling.
It's fading fast, though. You don't want to get too far left, then you kind of bring in that fence line from those tennis courts.
Yeah, so there's those two really big trees down there that are probably about 200 feet from the pin. If you go too far left, you sometimes you have to go left of that big tree and in between the fence. So I think Randon and Silas, I've never seen anybody go that far and that far left.
It's still going.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm curious to see what he's going to have from over there.
Yeah.
But there you can see kind of the gap that you have to go through. And I didn't think Nathan was going to have this gap, but he hits it nicely.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Never drawn that one up before.
You see Albert just far enough where he's not really going to have a play for the green, I think. Unless he's got a sneaky line from in there.
Yeah, I mean, this bush is just the Green Goblin. What?
You found some
What?
kind of gap.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is. I still don't know what gap he hit, but
I'm going to have to go in there today and look.
Silas looking at Nathan's gap basically here.
Plays that pretty much to perfection.
And then we get to Randon.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I was thinking a backhand. Wow. That's great. That's just incredible. Going over the racquetball courts and everything. Forehand spike over the OB, too. Scary shot. But yeah, I was thinking a backhand hyzer maybe from Randon there, but that tree with those limbs
Sit down.
is in the way.
Okay, that stays safe then. The fact that Albert even had a birdie look is incredible.
Oh, yeah. So we're looking at 3 birdies here. And Albert pinning this putt with a par after going in the bush on the right.
Yeah. Cleans it up there. I still can't believe Randon is in the bullseye after being where he was.
Yeah, that was incredible.
The other one saw you were putting and stopped. And she was like, she knew the routine.
There you go. Just like you draw it up, right? We come on to the second par 5 on this course. It's hole 13 playing at 9-10.
Yeah, this one, the easiest hole on the course. You feel bad with a par here. You kind of have these grading up-level humps on the first drive. You just want to land in the flat. And then there's this left gap that the drone is flying, but there's also a right gap as well. And then the basket's just behind this big, beautiful tree, and there's that OB road right behind the pin. But yeah, pretty simple par 5 if you just want to get 2 good shots and then have a nice, short, easy approach for your birdie.
Maybe not so easy with this wind. Would be the only like real factor. I mean, obviously these guys all have the arm to be able to get up and give themselves the birdie look here, but the wind can play a factor on this one.
And Silas with the big run. Oh, he's going roller.
Roller.
Wow. Just a little bit too much cut up that hill.
Yeah. Still gets some good distance though.
Yeah, that'll be okay over there.
Yeah, it took kind of a nasty initial bounce for like the first one.
Oh, maybe a little bit of a slip from Randon.
I like it. This is getting left pretty early. He's going to be near where Silas ended up there on that left side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference on left or right side on this, on your tee shot?
I like the right side just because I like to play through the right side second gap as well.
Okay.
But all of these players looking like they like the left side a little bit better.
Sheesh.
That's a big drive.
Mm-hmm. He's on the upslope of that third tier of these humps.
So you see there's that light pole in that magnolia tree. That's the gap that I like to play.
Okay.
But there is also some gaps over to the left as well.
Sweeping this one over.
That'll work.
Up on the flat, you have good footing. That's pretty much all you want on your second shot. Give yourself a good approach.
So yeah, there is a pretty fair gap over here on the left side as well. Silas trying to get aggressive.
Starting to fight back out.
I mean, that's way up there. Oh,
That's a
little
favorable
post.
kick.
Yeah.
You could have ended up behind that net.
So he's right next to the next hole's tee pad.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's only 60 feet away, maybe 70
Whoa.
feet. Another slip maybe from Randon.
Looked like it. Either that or his foot got stuck when he was trying to pivot. And he is going to be kind of behind that net.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he'll be all right though.
Yeah.
He's not too close to it.
Albert with his sidearm could bring eagle into play here.
Yeah, I mean that was just a mash of a drive.
Fortunately, never got that one to flat. And now he's going to have that kind of low-hanging arm of that tree there to deal with. You see this left to right wind here.
Yeah, that wind is.
And somehow it doesn't push his disc back over.
Yeah. Just a little bit too flat, maybe.
Yeah. He's a little perplexed by that one himself.
Yeah. Wind can be very tricky and not make sense most of the time.
Smart approach there for Albert. You can take the easy birdie. Randon with the chip up forehand with his Toro. This is a bit of a distracting area too. You've got the tennis and the pickleball going on behind you. There's cars kind of constantly moving back and forth.
That wind is still just ripping. Look at the moss.
Yeah.
Plays the nose up.
Ooh.
What a roller coaster.
Silas is just such a great entertainer, man.
Yeah. Great putt there for Nathan after a little bit of a lackluster approach, if you ask him.
Yeah, he's fighting back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Randon with the birdie as well. It's looking like we're going to see a star frame here.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. You would expect it from this card.
Like hit one short, they're calling you Sally Mae. You're like, my first wife.
Statistically, another pretty easy one here. Hole 14, 375.
Yeah, there's kind of two options. Most players are going to be throwing the backhand straight at it, maybe putting a little bit of flex on it. There's a low ceiling, and if you pull it to the right, the ceiling is even lower. Not too much OB. There is that OB road, but it shouldn't really come into play. I tried the forehand yesterday, but didn't quite get it there. This one can also be deceiving with the ground play. It's hard to see exactly where your disc is. I know we were kind of talking about it on our card. Bradley threw his shot, and we all thought he was really close, and he thought he was like 50 feet.
Alright, that was a weird sound.
Talk about some of the distractions happening. There was like a pickleball net being moved on wheels and just made a weird sound, so Nathan resets.
That looks great. Yeah.
Just check there. Getting a little help from the pine cone to check the speed. I know the day before, during the flex start, there was like a wind pocket right around there. And it was doing that to the disc, like just dropping when it got past that last big tree there.
Yeah, all of our shots were dropping as well.
See if this one dips too. Yep, there's
Yep.
that dip.
Yeah. Just
It's like a vortex there or something.
That one got through those two trees, though, and he's going to be edge of circle, 40 feet.
Albert opting for the forehand here. Just This looks like he barely throws it.
Yeah, the skip plays so nice on this hole for the forehand.
Oh, this is perfection.
Yep.
Putting it on the pole. Let's watch that one back one more time and see the full flight of this disc.
Yeah, throws slight hyzer, maybe gets a slight pop up, but mainly hyzer the whole way, and then that ground play. Just perfect.
Yeah, it just filters it right into the bullseye for him. That one just stayed right on Silas the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was a lot shorter.
Touch low there for Randon, unfortunately.
Another birdie for Nathan. He's fighting back well after that front nine.
Yeah, for sure. It's clean back nine so far, getting him to 3 down overall for the round. We still haven't gotten to Albert's drive as everybody else is tapping in. There it is. That's the best putt to have.
Yep.
All right, things start to get a little bit harder here, starting with hole 15, 455. It's a bit of a gauntlet closing stretch here.
Yeah, this one is super tough. Only ranked 11, which is kind of interesting. I guess there's not much bogey potential, but trees on the left and the right, low ceiling, going downhill. You want to throw something that kind of works up at least to flat. This one's just really hard to park, I found. If you're 30, 40, even 50 feet left, that's a great drive, so tough hole. This one kind of feels like a bonus skit, I feel like. Probably a better hole for Nathan being a lefty, honestly.
Yeah, he gets to drift one, let it turn, and do that. That's beautiful. Especially with it going downhill, it kind of helps the turn for him.
Yeah, because those early limbs on the left kind of make the righty backhand harder. Makes the fairway a little bit tighter. That's fantastic from Albert.
It's a touchy shot because it requires power, but it also requires a lot of touch.
Another great shot.
Yeah, if you're down there with a look pretty much from anywhere, you've done your job on this hole.
A little bit high from Randon, but it gets a nice little drop. Oh,
there's your drop.
Yeah. I mean, he misses that. He's right up there putting.
Getting the wind read there from Silas, throwing moss everywhere. He's got that Toro in hand. We've seen him pretty much execute this shot very well all round when he's got that Toro in his hand. Yeah, a little long, but well within his range. Yeah, starting on this hole, 15, 16, 17, 18, all these holes are going to play either at par or above par. And Silas cashing in a good birdie putt there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, our card was actually on the tee pad of 18, watching all these putts, so. Yeah, nice putt from Silas.
Nicely done there for Nathan. There were just 12 birdies on the day on this hole. We saw 2 of them there. You captured this one yourself. Were you left side, right side?
I was about 30, 35 left side.
Okay. And we will have Joey's round out as well, as we're doing both MPO lead and chase for this event. So you can check out that card as well on our channel. Albert looking to cash in the birdie as well. Oh, that one sticks.
A little high, but it's in there.
Yeah. So 3 birdies and a par. Well done by the card.
Hole 16, we got a par 3, 345 feet with the early Mando. A lot of players like to play the flex shot on this hole just because that first Mando tree is kind of early and looming and you don't want to miss it. And then you have this big tree down here by the green that you don't want to be short of, or else you're not going to really have a putt. Either mid-range or that fairway flex shot, like I was saying.
Tough one for a lefty. He's going Centurion here. 7 speed.
Okay.
Pretty neutral to understable.
Man, that was looking good. Just caught that tree.
Yeah. Kick some away from the pin.
Almost really good.
Almost really good, yep. I think Albert is going mid-range on this one here.
There's that flex shot.
Push.
Maybe wanted a little bit more flex to it, and that one's going to be tricky. He's going to have to lean out, but he's a big guy.
He's almost as big as that tree. MD5 here for Silas.
Oh, yeah. This is looking great. Just needs to catch a little edge. It does. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Just inside the circle.
Didn't quite get the left skip, just more of a straight skip, but that's fine. Catches that inside tree there.
Yeah.
Did make the Mando, though, so he's just kind of worried about getting up and down now.
Coming in a little hot, maybe.
Ooh.
Oh, checks up nicely. Probably about 60 feet, Nathan. Give it a little nose up spinner.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
It just died. I liked it too.
Albert, who never skips leg day. Looking to make this one. Silas for his birdie. Man.
Man. Yeah, a lot of putting strokes missed on today's card.
Quick tap in there for Nathan.
Nice cleanup for Randon for his par.
Yep, sneaking it over the top there. Whoa. Oh, no. Little quick there for Silas. Maybe he didn't quite focus in on it.
Man.
It's just been a weird day on the putting green for this card. Things don't get easier on the 17th. Par 3, 385.
Yeah, this one's tough. Tight fairway the whole way. You want to work something up to at least flat and then get it pushing really straight and then get a late fade. There's this primary tree right here on the right now that you just barely want to miss left and skip up there. A lot of circle 2 looks on this hole, I feel like.
Yeah. It's one that I think people kind of get suckered into playing for that left finish when relatively straight shot still gives you the look.
Yeah. Tough hole for a lefty as well.
Yeah, and gets a kick back across the fairway near that super dead tree.
This is looking good. Maybe a little bit too straight. Yeah. Oh, if that was just a foot higher, that would have been great.
Yeah. It's going to leave him a long look there if he wants it.
This one maybe a little bit early left. Whoa.
Big skip.
Yeah.
Going to give him an open look, though.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. It just made no sound.
Yeah. 2 dead trees.
Yeah.
Now he's a little bit pinched on the right side. Oh, he's going to take that left fairway.
Yeah, floating it up nicely.
Yeah, that's well done.
That's flirting with the inside trees, and it gets by. We'll have to see what his angle looks like from there if he's going to have to be dealing with that tree. You see the feather banners in the background moving kind of right to left, and that's about the direction that putt got pushed.
Yep.
Birdie look here for Randon. Long comeback for par.
That was, yeah, that was confident.
Yeah, centers that one. Queen, this is to save his par.
Yeah.
Well done. Big turnaround for Nathan on this back nine. Really
yeah.
like seeing that from the former champion fighting, battling back.
Yeah, he's fought back to a fairly respectable round, especially for how windy it was.
Yeah. Silas making the correction on his putt there to save the par.
Just a little cleanup for Albert for par.
One hole left to go on this opening round. And it's a tough one. It's a par 4, 805 feet.
Yeah, ranking the #1 hardest hole on the course. You got low ceiling off the tee. You got this one pine tree you want to miss, preferably to the right. And then you want to skip down to about here to be in a prime landing zone. And then this basket is just like ultra raised up, and it's windy. So super tough hole. You got OB on the left side and then wrapping around the basket as well behind. Tough hole.
Yeah, start to finish, there's no reprieve. You have to focus in on every shot here. Get past it. Oh my word.
Yeah, the brakes have just not been on Nathan's side today.
Ballista Pro here for Albert.
I was actually thinking about the forehand because the wind was right to left. This is just mashed. That's in prime position. That's actually going to set him up well for another forehand shot if he wants it.
Yep. There's a pretty favorable gap on that left side, which kind of, in playing the practice rounds, I saw that line there. That's a little low for Randon.
Yeah, that's what makes the backhand so hard. That was a pretty committed shot, and it just got on Annie, and that wind just dropped it.
That tree might have helped, actually.
Yeah, it kind of fought through.
Yeah.
That's still going to be pretty far back. It's going to be tough from there. The distance really isn't the issue here. It's just the low ceiling. As you can see, Nathan a little bit high. But, yeah, see, caught that ceiling. It looked like he was going to find a gap.
Well, you combine low ceiling with the wind, and it just makes it harder to keep your disc on that level without getting those raise ups or down.
Yeah.
Randon looking like he's got the right side to work with.
Yep. Going wide hyzer. Working a little bit of hyzer flip. Kind of a pushing hyzer. This is looking pretty good. Just needs to check up.
Sit.
Ooh. I mean, that looked really wide out of his hand. As you can see, he finished 40 feet left of the pin.
Yeah.
That's just that wind doing work. Maybe a little bit of slip on the pine straw there from Silas.
It was, and that's unfortunately going to stay further right than he would have liked.
But it's wide open over there.
Yeah.
Should be an easy par. And here's that low forehand when you're on that left side.
Yep. Hoverboard.
Yep.
Go.
That's great.
Fantastic
Oh,
shot. I gotta imagine there weren't a lot of threes on this hole today.
Yeah, Albert with just a great round, really.
Yeah.
Started off with the bogey on one and then just turned it around. Sometimes that's what you need.
And that got held out. You don't want to be on the headwind side of a putt on this basket.
Yeah, even if you're, mere 15 feet like Nathan.
Yeah.
Having headwind looking straight up at the basket is no fun. Got to be intentional with the layups.
Here. Now I have a straight headwind putt. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Oh, I love that.
Get it. Oh, good pid. Just got that little late lift and push to the left.
Left him a little bit of a comebacker.
This is, in this
Big
one, it
comebacker.
feels, even bigger. And then just the tailwind couldn't get it up high enough.
Yeah, I mean, this basket's scary.
Yeah. Good putt.
Yep, good putt. Everyone's hanging around near the 18th green.
Yeah. It's a fun event.
Oh, yeah.
Happy to be out here finally covering this one. This is for birdie here for Albert.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. On a day like today, that feels like an eagle.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good round in prime conditions.
Yeah. Getting one of the only 2 birdies. Himself and Tim Vernon were the only 3s on this hole today.
Okay. Yeah, I had to look at it from about 45, but I was not messing with that.
Oh, there you go. Dropping bogey there for Randon. Tough day for him. Really a roller coaster of a feature card here that we just witnessed. Let's take a quick recap here of this feature card. See the scorching 10 down for Albert Tamm. Nathan Queen fighting back to be 4 down. Randon Latta over par by 1. Silas 1 stroke under. Our overall leaderboard, you see Joey Bucket's going to be joining us on that lead card. Jake Mon, Albert Tamm, Bradley Williams.
Yeah, should
Good
be a
chase
fun
card
one.
too. Lots more action to come from this one. Thank you so much for checking out the action. Make sure to like us and subscribe. Check out all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. Follow my main man Joey Buckets here at
Joey_Buckets_DG.
Grab yourself a Castoplast Joey Buckets hat. Any discs you got out there?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got the Joey B Lutes from 2 years ago, the Space Lutes, and the Idlewild commemorative K1 Reco.
We'll have links for all those in the description below. Big shout out to our Patreon community. Thank you, Ace Runners, for making coverage like this possible. Thank you, Infinite Disc, for sponsoring this coverage. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Rounds 2 and 3 still to come. Make sure you come on back. Check out all the action from the 20th Annual Open at Tallahassee. We'll see you there.